It's no problem. Yes, sir. Got our SNOs. Got the chat box on out here. We got one on. Everybody's starting to come. Guys, welcome. If you're just logging on, make sure you put your name in the chat box and the city and state in which you're located in. I want to get some engagement going on. Guys, if you're just logging on, make sure you put your name in the chat box and the city and state in which you're located in so I can shout you out. Get some engagement going on. Do not be shy. Let's start talking. This is not a live webinar. This is a live webinar. This is not one of those pre-recorded live webinars. This is an actual live webinar. Charles, what's going on? Thanks for hitting the chat box, man. Leads. He wants more leads. Let's get it. What city and state are you coming from, Charles? Wow, everyone's logging on. Guys, if you're just now logging on, make sure you put your name and city and state in the chat box so I can see you and talk to you and shout you out. Let's get some engagement going on. Dayton, Ohio. Wow, much love from Ohio. Appreciate that, Charles. Thanks, man. I hope to impact you with this information that I'm going to give you guys tonight. Got about 9 more minutes. We're going to allow people to get position. Everyone's logging on. Guys, another thing is at the end of the webinar, I'm going to open up a live Q&A with you guys. So if you have any questions, please hold your questions to the end of the webinar. And it's going to be an impactful webinar. I'm telling you, it's something very different, something that you have been looking for. So get ready. Light, this looks good. There we go. Guys, if you're just logging on, please do me a favor. Just please put your name in the chat box and let me know what city and state that you're tuning in from. All right. I want to be able to shout you out and tell you thank you for tuning in. Guys, if you're just logging on, please put your name in the chat box and the city and state in which you're tuning in from so I can shout you out. Thank you for tuning in to the Wholesale Revolution. It's going to be a very, very impactful webinar. Got about 8 more minutes. They need to give me an endorsement, but these Oreo thins, y'all, man, Woo! Destin, thank you for putting your name in the chat box. Memphis, Tennessee in the house. Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you put your name in the chat box and the city and state in which you're calling. Lauren, happy to have you. Memphis, Tennessee, once again in the house. Ryan, what's going on, man? Where you from, Ryan? Guys, it's a lot of people tuning in right now. For you guys that have just logged on, please put your name in the chat box, okay? I want to show you that this is a real webinar. It's nothing pre-recorded. This is live. I'm going to shout you out, and I want you to know that if you have any questions regarding wholesale real estate or anything regarding the webinar, I want you to hold those questions until the end of the webinar, and I'm going to answer each and every one of your questions, okay? Something different versus you watching those pre-recorded webinars, not being able to have your questions answered. Got about 5 more minutes. Ryan, Memphis, what's up, man? Memphis, Tennessee, we in the house. I'm ready. 5 more minutes. We about to break it down. Coming to you guys from the comfort of my home, downtown Memphis. I hope you guys got a pen or a pencil and a pad, because you're going to have to take some notes. It's going to be something very different that you have ever seen. We got D. Williams. What up? What up? What up? Where you calling from? Where you tuning in from? Where you watching from, man? Guys, if you're just logged on, please put your name in the chat box in the city and state in which you're located in. Man, we just got a slew of people right there. My student. He tuned in. D, what up? Man, you everywhere. You gonna get the game, man. You not playing right now. That's what's up, man. I hope you're taking notes, D. It's gonna be very exciting. D is tuning in from Virginia. Got about 4 more minutes. Chat with me, y'all. If you're out there, you just tuned in, put your name in the chat box and the city and state in which you're tuning in from. Get ready for a very, very impactful webinar tonight. Downtown. Oh, we got downtown. Okay. We got a neighbor on the webinar. What's up? Lauren is downtown. Shanoria, North Carolina. Thank you for tuning in and putting your name in the chat box. I really appreciate that. I hope I give you some very, very impactful information tonight. And if you have any questions, please give me them at the end of the webinar, and I'm going to answer them for you. Tawana's on this webinar, ready to get some info. Good to have you, Tawana. Destine, what's up? Downtown again. Man, we're in the building. We're in the building tonight. It's a lot of people across the country California, New York, Memphis, Ohio, North Carolina, Virginia, Florida. Wow. Yeah, you can. There you go. Guys, if you're just logged on, please put your name in the chat box and the city and state in which you're tuning in from so I can shout you out. It's time to get to business. We got about 2 more minutes, y'all. Yo, tune in. The Wholesale Revolution. We're doing a live webinar right now. We're about to impact some lives with this Wholesale Revolution game. This is intense. All right, guys, we got about a minute. Got a minute, about to tune in, about to chime in. Got about a minute, y'all. AJ, New York City, what's happening? Good to have you, man. See, we got some small delays. It's okay. Guys, if you're just tuned in, put your name and city in the chat box. All right. It's about that time, 7 p.m. Let's go. Wholesale Revolution. How to flip houses on autopilot. All right, guys. I want you to know that tonight with wholesale real estate, in which we're going to be talking about, I want you to know that true freedom is created in real estate. I want you to dwell on that tonight. True freedom is created in real estate, and that's something we all want. Freedom from, the job misery, freedom from being trapped in corporate America. Wholesale real estate is the easiest way to create huge profits if you want to create true freedom in your life. Tonight, I'm going to show you how to flip houses on autopilot, okay? And become a money printing machine. It's the most important thing I want to teach you. My secret unfair advantage, I'm going to show you this, that helps me find extremely discounted houses and high leads. This is something a lot of people are just wanting. They want to know, how do we find the correct leads in order to convert them into great deals so we can make money in wholesale real estate? I'm going to show you that. Now, do know that you can travel. You can pay for those things you've always wanted, or most importantly, take care of your family. All right? You got something you want to do? All right, go ahead. Now, when you always have income, guys, remember that. When you know Today's agenda, guys, how to find underpriced houses that you can flip for massive profits, even if you never looked at a house before, okay? How to find buyers so you don't have to risk any of your own money. So I want you guys to know that that's today's agenda. How to sell these properties fast and get that money, all right? And I also want to show you guys why the time is right now to get into this hot market. And then, as I promised you in opening up this webinar, I'm going to do an actual live Q&A, okay? So, guys, if you're just not logging on, make sure you put your name in that chat box and the city and state in which you're logged in so I can shout you out. Guys, this is a real live webinar. Now, I want to give you guys a reason on why you should, listen and pay attention to me. And I don't want to just come off as an arrogant person, just to kind of give you some facts about myself. I'm actually a full-time wholesale real estate investor with over 150 active students, okay, nationwide, from California on back up to New York City. I've sold over $100 million in property value since 2013, okay? Now, I've also sold over 450 commercial properties within the time span of me being in the wholesale real estate business, okay? And I am an annual six-figure earner, annually. Been doing it for the past 3 years successfully while being in the wholesale business. And I've also been featured on ABC News. I've had some success in wholesale real estate, and I was able to replicate that success and show others how to wholesale real estate successfully, and have that success broadcasted on the live news here locally. And I think that is very powerful, a live broadcasted news network to highlight the success of my coaching company. I think that shows true credibility. And it shows that, what I'm saying is not some hocus pocus mumbo jumbo. It's a fact. Now, yes, this sounds crazy, but it's not. Okay. I know it seems almost impossible, and it sounds impossible. John, Chicago, thank you for logging on, man. I know you've probably heard this before. Okay. But I can prove it to you. And I want to show you why I can prove it to you. Guys, I've been doing this coaching business full time now for about 3 years successfully. And within that 3-year period of me coaching and helping people, I have transformed the lives of hundreds of people across the United States. And guys, these people knew that they had a lot of work in front of themselves, and they were ready to go ahead and tackle those challenges that was presented in front of them. And with my expertise and resources, I was able to accelerate them through the process and actually cut their learning curve and help them get deals, guys. So I have real testimonials, which is something that you want to see. I have real students and real people that's in my organization that you can reach out to, and you can ask them questions and see how, their experience have been while working with me. And my testimonials speak for themselves. It's the reason why I'm successful now. If I didn't have, my testimonial, I don't think I would have the success in my coaching company that I have now. All right. Now, let's actually read some of the testimonials to you. The first one here I'm going to read is from DeMario Harris. It says, shout out to my partner, Rico Smith. Closed my second wholesale real estate deal with him today. If you are wanting to get in the game, reach out to him. He has a great program that not only teaches you about wholesale real estate, but the self-development tools you need to face the many obstacles you will encounter on a daily basis. And that's something that I, take pride in. I not only teach you about the basics of how to get involved with wholesale real estate without a license or knowing construction or having to go to a bank and apply for a loan, but I can actually motivate you and mold you in the self-development realm, which is important because wholesale real estate is highly difficult. All right. And so the self-development tools will propel you to success. Let's read another one. It says, you are a blessing to young black men and women. You are a young God, brother. I've been aware of the power of the mind for some time now, and I'm getting better every day at it. I feel the universe has put your Instagram page in my view to help me manifest a better life for my family. Like you, I'm from Memphis as well. Looking forward to linking up with you and sharing some of these principles. Stay king, homie. Guys, that was a powerful testimonial And that just shows you the transparency of the people that's out there that sees how real my coaching program is. All right. Now, what I'm going to do for you guys, if you stay to the end of this webinar, I want to give you a free bonus. Okay. And the first bonus I want to give you is my ultimate 15-point home inspection checklist, just for free, just for you taking the time out to stay on this webinar. I want to give you that. You know, it has taken me about 8 years to be able to create this inspection checklist, but it allows you to look at a property and be able to estimate the rehab on that home with that checklist and give it to your buyer so he can know how much money he needs to spend on that house before he purchases it from you. Guys, you know, my checklist alone is worth and valued over $300. And I want to give you that for free at the end of this webinar. Okay. All right. Now, my story in 2 minutes. Okay. In a nutshell, you know, I was raised by my two grandmothers, but, you know, blessed to be raised by them. You know, I'm transparent on my background. My mother was in the streets and father did time in the penitentiary. And they molded me and placed great morals and values in my life and, you know, put me in school, middle school, high school, and on up to college. But when I got to college, I just, you know, I was sick and tired of sitting in class and listening to theoretical concepts from a professor, you know, and having him tell me that, you know, if I just do a good job for 4 years and I could get a good job, maybe for $40,000 to $50,000 a year. And that was something that I did not want to do. You know, I made up my mind from overdosing on reading self-development books. And I knew that during that time period, I wanted to attain my riches through wholesale real estate. And that was my main aim. You know, I wanted to be able to help my mom and dad out of their financial rut that they had in their lives. And so what I did was I told myself I was going to drop out. So I dropped out of college. You know, I went to go live with my grandfather in South Memphis, which is a lower income area in South Memphis. And, you know, I wanted to be able to get myself together and start my wholesale business and see if I could get some success there. And my grandfather, he took me in with open arms. And while living with my grandfather, I struggled for 3 years in wholesale real estate with no success. You have to think about that. You know, I struggled. I did everything I could. You know, I reached out to the so-called gurus and the so-called mentors out there. You know, the shady companies that promised things that they could do, but they wasn't even doing the things that they spoke in their own lives, guys. Trust me, I've been through it. And, you know, I had dark periods. You know, I would put out bandit signs. I would cold call, but I would not get a deal. I would try to apply everything that I learned on YouTube, wouldn't get a deal. I would even go to these seminars over and over again, thinking that I could learn something from these free seminars, but to be disappointed when I would see the upsell price at the end. You know, and it was during that period that many naysayers doubted me, even my family. But then in that process, in that dark period, I discovered a magical system that changed my business forever. And I'm glad that I found out how to do that, because flash forward 6 years later, everything in my life has changed now. As you can see in the bottom left corner of the picture here, I've actually, you know, succeeded from driving a Kia Optima, guys, into a 645 BMW, which is my first actual coupe, you know, and it was a BMW. And I was excited, you know, at 22 years old, just to start to see some success from the magical system that I found, you know, be able to move out my grandfather's house, to be able to start a coaching company, as you can see here with my first 3 students of MadPaper coaching, and to grow a brand, you know, as you can see with the MadPaper logo on that crew neck there. It was a phenomenal experience. And I knew once I found out about the system, I knew that I was going to be able to easily teach it to somebody else, very easily. And I want to show you how. Now, this sounds crazy, but it's not. Look at this guy here, Denarius Caesar. He's 27 years old with 4 kids, and he's married. He drives trucks for FedEx full time. I mean, crazy hours. He's closed 2 deals in his first month. 2 deals. And has generated over $10,000 since working with me. He knew nothing about real estate beforehand. You know, you get so many excuses from people that say, hey, I don't know nothing about real estate. I don't know how to do this. This guy came in the program because he saw the value in me giving up my resources. He knew that if I provided the buyers the contracts, my live negotiational experience, it would accelerate him to get his first deal. And guys, that's what he's done. And I want to show you that you can do this.
I don't know. Here you go. Should be that. see this back now.
All right. Guys, we had some technical difficulties. Let me know if you have any connection right now. Press 1 in the chat box if you can hear me loudly and clearly, and you can see this slide. Awesome. Can I see? Guys, let me know if your screen is working. Can you see me moving the slides? Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and move forward. Now, this is why you must commit to discovering how to wholesale effectively. Okay? Connection horrible. I'm still getting connection horrible. Before I move forward, I want to make sure our connection is strong, guys. I see some pressing 1 and some saying the connection is horrible. If the connection is good, press 2, guys. If the connection is good, please press 2. I just need to see it. Connection is horrible. It is not connected. Two, Lauren. She sees me and hears me. Okay. Woo. All right. Here we go. Now, this is why you must commit to discovering how to wholesale effectively, guys. All right. Now, ask yourself, do you want to wake up to that nosy alarm clock going to a job that you hate? Think about it. This is a serious situation. Or if you love your job, just imagine what an extra 5 or 10K a month could do for you. Okay. Are you tired of being around broke, miserable people that you don't want to be around? You know, it's just saying that if 5 of your friends are broke, busted, and disgusted, you're going to be the 6th one. You know, let's eradicate that. And I want to ask you this. What's the alternative if you don't figure out how to do this? What's the alternative if you don't figure out, you know? I want to show you right now, while this is the best time to get into real estate. You know, the market is hot. Look at all the major publications that's being released right now, from Forbes, Wall Street Journal, New York Times to Bloomberg. If you do your research, you will see why there has never been a time in history to get involved with real estate. You know, if you position yourself to become an ultimate wholesale real estate investor, you can set yourself up for an early retirement. I want to let you know that. Okay. Now, what I'm about to reveal is how to flip your first property in the next 90 days without a real estate license. No, you do not need a real estate license. That's the biggest misconception that you hear. You know, I remember when I was starting out dealing with real estate, specifically wholesaling, my auntie would say, hey, boy, you know, you have to have your real estate license to do real estate. And I would say, that's the biggest misconception, auntie. It's 2 different worlds. You have a real estate agent and you have a real estate wholesaler. One controls contracts and the other lists properties for a realtor company. Okay. It's a very, very big difference. Now, tonight we're going to talk about the 3-step wholesale real estate process. The 3-step wholesale real estate process. I hope you guys are ready to take notes. Now, 1 is going to be finding underpriced houses. We're going to talk about that. 2 is we're going to talk about finding buyers. And 3, we're going to talk about locking properties under contract and closing the deal. Okay. Now, how to find underpriced houses. What is an underpriced house? An off-market property can also be called a property that the owner is thinking about selling, but has not actively begun to pursue the sale. The definition may be wide, but regardless, all off-market properties are good to find. They mean less competition for the sale, quicker sales, and better deals. All right. Now, what are examples of off-market properties? Some examples of off-market properties are absentee owners, foreclosures, for sale by owners, tax sales, code violations, divorces, and inherited properties. And these are the type of properties that we want to pinpoint. Okay. You know, most people, they say, well, won't we just find any house that's listed on the MLS? We don't want to go there. The competition has already seen it. Majority of the buyers in that market has already seen it. Okay. We want to find something off market that's highly motivated that we can convert into an active deal. All right. Now, one of the ways of you finding and locating these buyers when you're driving maybe in a neighborhood and you see a vacant house, you can actually get the address and look the owner's information up on Intellius. Intellius.com. A major secret right here, guys. You can find any homeowner with this source. Okay. Most people do not know about this. I'm giving it to you for free. I hope you write it down so you can utilize it. If you've ever driven in the area, wrote down the address and just wondered, man, how can I contact this seller? Wow, I'm just going to write the address down and hopefully one day I can get it. Guys, you can intentionally put that information in Intellius software and pull up the entire information on that individual, even the relatives information on that person, and they will give you the phone numbers of those people so you can call and contact them and see if you can convert that lead into a deal. Okay, write that down. Intellius.com, a powerful secret. Now, the next is going to be bandit signs. We all have seen and heard of the infamous and famous bandit signs. I think it's one of the most marketed and talked about things when we come to wholesaling. We've seen them all. We stopped at red light and busy intersections, and we look to our right, and we see advertisement of "We Buy Houses" with the phone number under that. Some of us did not know that that actually was main marketing material for a wholesaler to be able to generate leads, preferably motivated sellers, so they can give them a call and give them the opportunity to convert that home into a deal. Okay. Bandit signs are highly effective. And it is something that I utilize heavily, as you can see here in this picture, in the beginning of my business. When I first started out with bandit signs, I noticed that when I hand wrote on them in my early stages, I would get a lot of calls from motivated sellers, even from people who would say, why are you hand writing on your bandit signs? They're just sloppy. Won't you just pre-print them like the one that you see here in the far right? There's nothing wrong with that. And it's something I did later on in my career when I made more money. But I hand wrote on them because I felt like the motivated seller wanted a personalized call. They felt like if they called their handwritten number, they were going to actually talk to a live individual versus an automated company. You know, and people, when they need help and when they're in a dire state, they don't want to talk to a voicemail. Okay. So handwriting on your bandit signs is going to be highly effective. I advise you to do that. Another thing is, you know, most of the competition, they just go out there and they try to put out at least 10 to 20 bandit signs, and they think that's worthy of them doing, you know, an effective marketing campaign. Guys, you got to go above and beyond this. You know, I put in a lot of amounts of hours and sacrifice with this bandit sign strategy. And if you want to win as a wholesaler, you have to become an uncommon individual. And in order to become an uncommon individual, you have to do uncommon things. And those uncommon things will have you getting major success. Okay. And some of the uncommon things that you have to do with bandit signs is, instead of putting out 10 to 50 signs a day, like most of the competition do, go out there and put out 500 signs a day, you know, and go above and beyond your initial goal. Because if you do this, you're going to get deals that the competition never gets. Matter of fact, you're not becoming a competitor anymore. You're actually dominating your local market. Okay. And when you're moving in a state of dominance, man, success comes to you at a rapid speed, guys. So harness that and utilize the bandit sign strategy. Okay. All right. Moving forward, we're going to talk about driving for dollars. Driving for dollars is a very, very powerful strategy, something that I've used in my early stages in my career. I would basically drive neighborhoods and look for certain properties that meet the criteria of a distressed property. You know, sometimes it would be boarded up. The grass would be so tall that it's almost growing taller than the house. And I would say, hey, that's a distressed property. But the thing about it was I would actually be in a nice neighborhood. You know, I knew that if I can find the owner of that distressed property, I would have the opportunity to convert that property into a deal. Okay. And that's a great strategy. Drive for dollars. Look for abandoned properties in gray areas, write the addresses down, and look for the owner's information with the free tool and free software that I just told you about, which is Intellius.com. All right. Now, once again, if you're going to utilize this strategy to find leads, guys, you got to go above and beyond. Okay. You can't just sit there and drive and get 5 houses a day and go home and think you did something. You must exalt yourself in your practice of strategy. Whatever it is, exalt yourself. Work it. Work your finger to the bone. Okay. If you're going to go out there and look for houses, hey, I'm going to go look for 100 today. I'm going to go look for 50 today. Go look for it. Go do that. Don't sit there and think because you found 10 abandoned homes, you're going to get a home run lick and change your life forever. That is not wholesale real estate. I'm going to be here to speak the truth to you. Okay. Make sure you go above and beyond. Go look for 100 vacant houses because I'm going to be realistic to you. If you go out there and get 100 vacant houses and you do searches, you might get 4 or 5 deals out of that. But guess what? It didn't cost you anything but your gas money to go and drive and get these deals. How bad do you want it? Just ask yourself that. You know, when you get tired after the 50th lead that you found from driving, you know, when you're like, damn, I have to put more gas in my car. Yeah, you have to keep going, guys, because if you do uncanny things and become an uncommon individual, you're going to get uncanny and uncommon results. Okay. All right, moving on. Direct mail. Direct mail is one of the most powerful strategies that has transformed my wholesaling business, unlike any other thing that I've ever utilized. You know, more than the bandit signs that I talked about, more than the driving for dollars and the cold calling and the door knocking. Direct mail reversed all of my hard work for me. You know, instead of me going out here trying to chase people down and locating them and using search skip tracing softwares, I was able to send out a postcard to a motivated seller in a distressed area and have that person give me a call. And that person was specifically motivated in the niche that I need them to be. And I had to pay for this strategy, you know, and it's a love and hate relationship that I had in the beginning. Because to be honest, guys, when you do your first direct mail marketing campaigns, you got to realize you're not going to get a deal in the sometimes, you know. So there is a possibility of you actually spending your money on a campaign and not getting a deal. But that's not something that you should focus on emotionally. Take the emotional attachment off the fact that you didn't get a deal from your direct mail campaign and look at the facts. What happened here? What did you learn? You know, did you learn how to structure the call when you talk to the sellers? Did you learn how to set up an inspection? Did you learn how to track your leads that came in from your direct mail? You know, direct mail is something that if you learn to master it, because it is a science behind it, it will allow you to make those $15,000 and $20,000 checks. And if you're not going to make $15,000 and $20,000 checks with direct mail, you can do $15,000 and $20,000 months with them. All right, which is both still beneficial. So make sure you harness and utilize direct mail. Very, very effective. Now we're moving on to how to find buyers. Guys, there's 2 powerful ways of locating buyers. You know, you're going to utilize the internet, but I want to tell you something that a lot of people are asleep on, and that they do not have knowledge on. And that's Google and LinkedIn. Okay, we're going to talk about Google first. Now, most people ask me, Rico, how are you able to help people that's, you know, in California, in New York, or in Seattle, and you're all the way in Memphis, Tennessee, or Florida, or Texas? And one of the things that I tell them to do is we have to build a solid foundation. And in order to build a solid foundation, we have to have relationships built with the expert buyers in our local markets. So if I'm working with a student in California, the first thing I'm going to tell him to do is, hey, we got to find buyers. In order for me to be your coach, in order for me to help you be successful, I have to help you find buyers. So in order for you to grow as a wholesaler, you got to go out there and reach out to them. And I walk my students in that process. And the first resource we use is Google. Okay. Guys, real estate companies, they spend thousands, if not millions of dollars to be ranked #1 on Google. It's one of the powerful marketing ways online of attracting either motivated sellers, vendors from across the country who needs more properties. The buyers want to be ranked #1. So if you put in the search tab up here, in which I have most of my students do out of state, if you're in California, they're going to type in up here, real estate investors in Los Angeles, if my student is in LA, okay? Or real estate investors in Sacramento, if my student is in Sacramento, for example. And what's going to happen is the companies are going to pop up down here, guys, instantly. Most people don't think about that. They make it so difficult, They say, well, man, I can't find buyers. It's so hard. Do I got to perform a direct mail campaign? Or do I have to do this? No, simply look them up, locate the company. And when you do that, you're going to actually call the buyers because their information is going to pop up. And what I do with my students is we actually call the buyers and we set up appointments. So I walk them through that process when we get here to this section. And that's how you find buyers. They're going to pop up. And I ask myself, why don't people just do this and go to them? And I figured it out. Most people have a phobia. Okay, they have a fear of walking out of their shell and stepping out, looking people in their eyes and shaking their hands and building relationships with them. Guys, if you have a fear of doing that, wholesale real estate is going to be very hard for you. In order for you to build a solid foundation, you got to have genuine relationships built out with these buyers. And this is an aggressive approach of doing that. Okay, so make sure you utilize Google and find out where your buyers is in your local market so you can reach out to them, develop relationships with them, and get to work. Because that's how it's going to, allow yourself to be big in wholesale real estate. While the competition is trying to figure it out, you already know what to do. It's like a cheat code here. I'm giving it to you for free. All right, let's move forward. Now, the next one is LinkedIn. Of course, everyone knows about LinkedIn. We know that, we can connect with people in certain industries of business, and even people that, may work with us. Our employees, employers, we connect with people in certain industries on LinkedIn, and it's free. But guys, I want to talk to you about LinkedIn Premium. LinkedIn Premium is a little bit more advanced. And instead of us sending out invites to certain CEOs or certain individuals in order to message them, LinkedIn Premium allows us to do this for free. And yes, it costs. It's about $40 a month, but that $40 a month will be worth it. And guys, I want to say this again. It pays to play in real estate. You have to put some money and some skin in the game in order to get results. Everyone wants stuff for free so bad because they're afraid of paying their money. And I understand, no one wants to get conned and scammed, but you have to put your money in the proper things that's going to produce results. LinkedIn Premium can do that. What you're going to do is once you get logged on LinkedIn Premium, you're going to start targeting hedge fund companies, private equity firms. And when I say hedge fund companies, these are big $1 million companies that love to buy real estate. So these are people that you want to get in contact with, and you don't want to have to send them an invite and wait a few days for them to accept that invite for you to message them. Imagine you being able to just message 100, real estate investors, hungry buyers that's willing to buy houses in your areas. And you can tailor your message like this as I've sent out to buyers, guys. Check it out. It says, "Hi, Scott. My name is Rico Smith. I recently connected with you on LinkedIn. I currently own an investment company in Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm looking to acquire non-performing notes or properties. And also, I have access to some distressed properties at a very low price as well. If you're looking to liquidate or acquire any real estate assets, I'd love to connect with you briefly and talk about it. I know you're busy, so I won't take up too much of your time. Thank you." That's how you format the message. That's how you effectively convey your message to a buyer so they can see that you're a serious wholesaler. And you can start sending, properties to them because you're going to develop a sense of what their criteria is. All right. Hope you guys are taking notes. LinkedIn Premium. It's free. Now, another way of you locating buyers, in which I tell my students, is you can locate your local real estate investor meetups and organizations in your area, such as your RIAs. Okay. Once you find out where these organizations hold their meetings, you can go there and network with the big buyers because the buyers go there. That's where every major real estate player or every person in the real estate arena in your area goes. So you need to go there to develop relationships with them in order to send your properties to these guys so you can make some money. Okay? All right. So far, if you have been hearing me and I've been clear, concise, guys, give me some engagement in the chat box. Press 1. Press 1. Let me know I'm doing good so I can continue.
This is what it looks like right now. Jetpack's working now. You might have to restart one more time.
I saw good right now.
This is what it looks like.
Right now? Wow.
Ask him if it's spinning.
Guys, if you can see me as well, I know that you can hear me, but if you can see me and if your screen is clear, press 2. If you can see me and the screen is clear, if you can see how to lock properties under contract and close the deal, press 2. If not, please let me know. If your screen is spinning, let me know. Can't see. My screen is sprinting. Buffering. All right, guys, I'm about to fix this right now. Go ahead and spin it.
Hold on one moment.
It's back working?
All right. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, man.
Somebody said yes. Should have stayed on my phone.
Cool. Should we be back, guys?
We back. I know we back. I know we back, guys. We back. Yo, if you went to the kitchen to go get a drink, your computer is back working. All right, guys. So, how to lock properties under contract and close the deal. Okay. First, we're going to talk about the purchase contract. Purchase contract is one of the most important things that you can utilize in your wholesaling business because that contract is going to allow you to control the deal. You as an American citizen in America have the right to control a piece of property with the purchase contract with the backing of a closing attorney. Okay. Always know that fact. And the purchase contract is going to have a clause in there that allow you to put up the earnest money, which is a good faith deposit stating that you will purchase that property. And guess what? You do not provide the earnest money to do the deal. If the buyer wants to buy that property, it is known for the buyer to put up his earnest money to close out that property. All right. So that's very, very good news. Also, the purchase contract will also state how many days you are to close on the house. If you are going to close on it in 7 to 10, or if you want to put a contingency of 30 days on there, whatever your strategy suits fit for it, you can put it there. Normally we put 7 to 10 because we work with all cash investors. All right. Now, the purchase contract allows you to stake your position, stake your control in the deal. And the next piece of paper that is very important is the assignment contract. The assignment contract allows you to be able to make your compensational fee with your end buyer. Okay. Now, whatever you're going to make on the house, if you lock the property down for $60,000 and you're going to sell it to your buyer for $65,000, then that's what you're going to include in the purchase contract. You're going to put that $5,000 compensational fee in the contract, and you're going to take the purchase contract and the assignment to the closing attorney so she can start to pull a title on the house so you can get your check. Okay. And the close day, the closing attorney is going to go ahead and pull a title on the properties, make sure that that owner doesn't have any outstanding liens and judgments. And if it doesn't, then that day the buyer is going to send in money in the title company escrow account. And in that account, the closing attorney will go ahead and disperse the funds to whom gets the checks accordingly. The seller gets the check, the buyer gets a deed to the house, and the wholesaler gets the assignment fee check that he was promised in the assignment contract. Okay. That's what close day looks like, guys. Now, I know we had a bumpy road in this webinar, but I appreciate you guys for logging on and staying with me. But there you have it. We just went over the exact process you can use to find underpriced houses, find buyers, lock houses under contract, and get paid from real estate. Okay. Now, I just laid out the exact framework used to generate millions in revenue in wholesale real estate. You guys see the value in this process? Okay. Wholesaling becomes so much easier when you have a framework you can follow. Remember that. But Rico, what about the other important parts of the wholesaling process? Things like setting appointments or talking to sellers and negotiating the deal. How about finding motivated sellers? I know it's more people that's interested in learning those things. And I want to know who's interested out there in learning my entire wholesaling process from start to finish. Who's out there that wants to know it? I'm going to show you how to find houses and set appointments every week. Okay. Every week. I'm going to teach you how to find the most motivated sellers. I'm going to show you how to structure your deals for maximum profit. Okay. And also I'm going to reveal my exact negotiation strategies used to close deals, my exact contracts we use, the even more in-depth training on wholesaling and direct mail marketing, and so much more. I want to be able to show you guys this. Now, look, you got two options. Option one, you can try to talk to buyers yourself, which is a very daunting and hard thing to do if you don't know what you're doing. You can not know if people are ripping you off. So many stuff online that you see that these so-called real estate gurus are promising, but they're really scam artists. How can you differentiate between the person who's real and fake? You can keep wasting time. You can keep going on YouTube. And guys, there's nothing wrong with going on YouTube, but it becomes a problem when you're consistently going on YouTube, looking over the same thing and not doing anything, not implementing any action towards it. Okay. Now, we can also drive around and look for houses. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, driving for dollars is pretty good. But don't you know it's people out there that just put money in their gas tank and just drive and look for houses for fun? I don't know what is it. They like to take pictures of the houses and not get deals. I don't know what it is. You know, you can keep doing it until you blue in the face, or you can keep reading the same books over and over again. You know, become the victim to the analysis of paralysis situation that we all become victims to. We get so routed up and motivated from reading this book like we're about to do something, but we don't do anything. We put it up and it's been on the shelf for years. Okay. Or you got option two. Option two, let us guide you through the process using the system we've already proven that works. You know, you can get every part of our system set up and running for you within a matter of days. That's why I say that this is one of the biggest things that I'm doing right now. Okay. Now, this is the next step. Would you like to hear about how to have this done for you? I want to know. I want you to put in the Q&A box right now that you're ready. How would you like to hear about how to have this done for you? Think about that. That's incredible. So right now, I want to introduce you to the wholesale revolution. The wholesale revolution, the first full-blown wholesale real estate training course that will make you never have to worry about money again. Ran by someone who's actually built a multi-six-figure business and sold 450 properties. Now, when you know how to sell houses, you will always feel confident in your ability to make more money. Remember that. Now, it's 6 modules inside the wholesale revolution that we're going to go over tonight. Okay. Module 1, the foundation for wholesale real estate success. You got to have a solid foundation. Module 2, how to find the hottest and most lucrative marketing channels. All right. Module 3, how to negotiate and close deals on command this week, not next week. All right. Module 4, the place where you close your deals. And module 5, closing the deal and financial planning for long-term benefit. Module 6, partnering with hedge funds and how to perform a double closing. Very, very incredible. Now, the wholesale revolution. This training will give you the exact framework on every part of the wholesale real estate process to follow a proven framework. You're going to use this framework over and over again to get your first $5K a month, or we're going to scale it to $25K monthly for you. Now, module 1, the foundation for wholesale real estate success. We will go over the basis of wholesale real estate and how to make sure you're not going to get ripped off. So many con artists out there. You got to be on point. You know, I want to go over everything I would recommend for you to begin the reverse wholesaling process. You know, most people get out there, and I like to say the 90%, they think that it's okay to go out there and find a house without cultivating genuine relationships with the expert buyers first. And I want to show you how to reverse that process. Build relationships with the buyers first, then go look for properties. Okay. Now, we will go over how to find buyers so you don't have to risk any of your own money. You're not going to a bank to apply for a loan. You're not putting that much pressure on yourself. All right. Module 2, how to find the hottest and most lucrative marketing channels. This one is huge right now. Okay. Learn how I select niches and go after the market. Like I said, I go after expert buyers first and I figure out what areas they're buying in. What zip codes are you pinpointing to? That's how I set up, you know, my direct targeted marketing campaign. No more unnecessary, frustrating marketing methods that do not work. We're done with it. Put it to the dead. Learn how to find the exact properties to target so that you can be assured that the properties are pre-qualified for you to buy. I mean, that's how you can become a successful wholesale real estate investor. Discover the little known ways to find seller that nobody thinks about that kicks ass for wholesaling. Think about, you know, uncanny and unique ways of finding sellers that the competition doesn't think about. All right. Module 3, how to negotiate and close deals on command this week. Learn about the exact contracts you need to close your deal and how to structure the contract for your benefit. Okay. How to understand the difference between a real estate agent and a wholesaler. How to negotiate with your sellers to arrange a maximum profit in a win-win situation with your buyer. I think this is a powerful revolution. Imagine being able to take my 8 years of experience and putting me on the phone to close your deal. I don't believe in scripts, guys. I believe in getting on the phone with you and negotiating your deal for you so you can listen to me. That's how you learn how to negotiate. Okay. You're not going to learn how to negotiate from these pre-created scripts that these people are selling out here. All right. I'm also going to show you how to negotiate in a situation where you can control the deal and speak the pain to the seller. You want to ask that seller, what's really going on? How low can I really get this house? I want to show you how to do that live. That's why the solution is different. All right. And also, this will include the contracts for digital downloading in your back office. Most people are like, okay, all right, how do I get a contract? How do I verbalize the contract? Do I type up the contract? No, I have a pre-printed contract that I use in all of the 47 states except Hawaii, Alaska, and Puerto Rico. Okay. They are provided to you in your back office when you enroll. All right. And the assignment contract is back there, pre-created. You can use it. My students use it each and every single day to get their deals done. Module 4, the place where you close your deals. Most people don't even know where the title company is. Okay. Exactly how to position yourself as the expert by building relationships with the title companies. When you build relationships with the title companies, it will allow you to accelerate your process in getting a deal done. These title companies are busy. They may have 500 to 400 deals to close. And guess what? You can be the person, the fifth person that's in that file order of whoever gets their deals done in time, because you took the time to cultivate a genuine relationship. Now, in-depth details on how to gather the info you need to set yourself up for an easy close. You don't want to waste your time, the buyer's time, the seller time, or the closing attorney time. You need to make this a fast and convenient and easy process all the way around. All right. How to get the closing attorneys to close your deals at rapid speed. Once again, if you build relationships and you do great things, phenomenal things will happen to you. So if you close a deal and you go in there and you bless those closing attorneys with a gas card or some donuts, it's a powerful gesture that will allow yourself to look very dominant and powerful, and it will make your deals get closed at rapid speed. Okay, this is the secret. Now, it's also one little secret that will allow you to become the best wholesaler in the entire title company office. I'm going to show you that. And then I'm going to also talk about where to pick up your checks, which is the title company itself. Most people say, well, do they send me a check? Do they wire me a check? Well, guys, you have that option, but you're going to correlate that with the title company. I like to go pick up my checks physically. Module 5, closing the deal and financial planning for long-term benefit. I'm going to take you by hand and show you how to close your deal using a proven framework. Okay. It's proven, laid out, 8 years. And what do you do with the profit that you earn from wholesaling? Most of us, we take the money and we piss it off. We got to build wealth with this money. Let me show you how to strategically move and allow yourself to save and buy assets with the money that you have. And let me show you how to spend money frivolously and have fun at the same time. Okay. Discover the 52-week saving secret that I learned growing up, and also learn the secrets of asset allocation. What type of assets that I can purchase with the money that I've generated from wholesaling? Am I ready to start my rental business? Am I ready to start actually purchasing property with my money, with working with a private investor? All right. And 6, partnering with hedge funds and how to perform a double closing. Many techniques to find and contact billion-dollar companies. How to close a deal with 15,000 plus profit with a hedge fund company. Very, very powerful. How to make more money than you ever thought was possible through wholesaling while working with the hedge fund company. And guys, I've made $20,000 working with the hedge fund company, and I want to show you how you can do the same thing. All right. How to build relationships with multimillionaires. How to build relationships with multimillionaires. You're not working with the local average Joe in your local market. You're working with real multimillionaires that can close on properties very quickly. Then I'm going to show you how to perform a double closing in module 6, which is very important, because if you're strategically making $40,000 and you don't want your end buyer seeing that initially, I want to show you how to hide that cost and make that $40,000 and still keep your buyer smiling, waiting for more. All right. And then we're going to talk about the technical aspects of the double closing process, because it gets very, very, very intricate when we get to this part. Excuse me. All right. Now, bonus. Guys, I appreciate you for staying, like I said, through the bumps and obstacles that we faced in this webinar, and I appreciate that. So just for that, I want to give you a bonus, man, for just staying with me throughout this time. And I want to give you some secrets. I want you to learn the 11 forgotten universal laws, which will transform your life in wholesaling and beyond. Very powerful. Okay. I want you to learn how, this can impact your business massively from the 80% mental and 20% know-how rule. You're going to discover the power of your subconscious mind as well in this bonus. And you're going to learn the secret money information that will attract money in your life that we say to ourselves each and every single day. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. All right. Now, so much will be done right now. Look, everybody, this is the exact framework I have used to show others to build themselves 5 to 6 figure businesses through wholesale real estate. You can have new set appointments within the week. Once you get your new system in place, it will change your life. This is the beginning of a revolution. Now, I got more bonuses if you go ahead and decide to say, you know what, I want to make a change in my life. And with this bonus, I want to show you how to develop a winning mindset. The same concepts I used to program my mind for success when I struggled my first 3 years in wholesaling. And then on top of that, I'm going to do something different, intentional, and aggressive. I'm going to give you a personal phone call. Like each of every one of my students that's enrolled, we talk daily. That's how intentional I am. I'm not just one of those guys where you're going to get on a live call and press 1 to ask a question. No, you get my personal phone number and you get to talk to me each and every single day. Now, remember, listen, this is a revolution, and that word is not to be taken lightly. When I was stuck paying for those overpriced, watered down, bottled up seminars and coaching platforms, I could never actually call someone and talk to a real person when I needed help. Well, today that all changes with the wholesale revolution. And you know what? For me, doing my research in the wholesale revolution educational industry, as a matter of fact, me doing my research in the real estate education industry, period, when you go all the way back in a certain time in the game, such as the 60s or the 50s, and I'm not trying to be old and outdated, but they would have that personal touch. They would take their time and understand that they had some sort of powerful value in their brains. And they knew that if they took their time and gave it to someone else and allowed that person to reach out to them each and every single day, that person will have success. In today's time, it's gone. It's so automated. It's so out of touch. The revolution is here. Now you have the time to talk to a person who's in the game full time each and every single day that's actually making money in this business. It's no hocus pocus. We are the only real estate program that offered this. There's nothing like it. I don't care. And I put my money on this. If you go out there and you try to find a program that's better than this, let me know. I'm looking for it. I still need help. I'm still looking for mentors, so there is nothing like it. And I'm also going to give you another bonus. It's a wholesale revolution community, access to my student group to review houses and ask questions in the group that I will always respond to. Once again, that's how intentional I am. I want to respond to you. I want to really, see what you're facing, what obstacles that you are dealing with in your business so I can help break them. And when you have access to this community, not only will you have access to me, but you will have access to other hundreds and thousands, if not thousands, of like-minded individuals that are seeking help in the wholesaling business. Networking is powerful. Building rapport and relationships with other wholesalers is powerful. And we've allowed that opportunity to be created with the wholesale revolution community. Very, very dynamic. Now, let's go over the modules again. We got module 1, the foundation for wholesale real estate success. All right. Module 2, how to find the hottest and most lucrative marketing channels. Module 3, how to negotiate and close deals on command. Module 4, the place where you close your deals. Module 5, closing the deal and financial planning for long-term benefit. Module 6, partnering with hedge funds and how to perform a double closing. God, that's real important. And the bonus, how to develop a winning mindset. And the other Powerful bonus, personal phone call with me. And another one is access to the Wholesale Revolution community, which is a bonus that I mean, it's killer because you have access to all the live people that's out here that's seeking help, that you guys can share common interests and break down plans and certain plots and form certain strategies, and you may want to JV some deals together. I believe the Wholesale Revolution community is going to be big, so I want to give you guys the opportunity to get in there. Now, with everything that I've said tonight, I want you to know that the total value of everything, of course, having access to me 24/7, my personal phone number, me negotiating your deals, me, giving you the resources such as the contracts to close your deals, that's a total value of $10,673. I'm accelerating people to get their deals done. I'm becoming involved in their lives. It's a personal situation. It's not you purchasing some automated kit and going home and trying to figure out how you can apply everything by yourself. Imagine me taking your hand and walking you through each of the steps. It's so easy that a 10-year-old can do this. And yes, this is valued at $10,673. And I want to ask you this. If all you did was bring, in an extra $5K a month to your household, would it be worth a one-time investment of $10,673? What would it feel like to be able to know and feel confident to wholesale real estate without risking any of your own money? What would it be like to finally quit your job and take that vacation you always dreamed of, you always wanted? What if you could, give yourself a security and know that your family would always be taken care of? Think about that. What would it feel like to create your own schedule and wake up when you want? Wake up when you want to. That's a powerful thing. Would that not be worth a $10,673? I think it would. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But ask yourself, is it worth $2,997? $2,997. Is it worth $3,000? To be able to bring in an extra $5K to retire yourself, create freedom, leave your job, and be at home with your family all day long. Think about that. For the people that's ready to make a change in their lives, what I'm going to do right now is a 48-hour live webinar special. I'm not going to, keep this offer up. I'm going to do it for 3 days, 48 hours. You're going to get the Wholesale Revolution today for $1,497. That's almost $1,500 on the T. I'm going to do a 48-hour live webinar special right now that's limited to the first 10 buyers for access. I know there's tire kickers out there. I know there's people saying that, oh, man, I don't know if I can do that. It's not for you. I want that person that's sick and tired of being in that run, that's ready to go, that's ready to take advantage of my resources so they can become the ultimate wholesale real estate investor they want to be, that they've been so dying to be. You wouldn't be on this webinar if you did not want to be. You are here for a reason, and I want to work with those individuals. And right now, if you can see in this link at the bottom, I'm going to put it in the chat box so you guys can be able to go there quickly. It's www.thewholesalerevolution.com/go. Go ahead and put it in the chat box. Give me a second. All right, guys, I just put it in the chat box so you can be able to click that link. And then you'll be able to go to the site and get positioned so we can get ready and get you in the game, and let you know that this is a serious move. All right. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 30-day refund guarantee, 30-day action-based refund guarantee. Okay. Guys, I made another mistake there. Sorry about that. Let me correct that. Got it, bro. All right, guys. There it is. I just put the correct link up there so everyone can have it. Okay, let's go. And there we go. More testimonials. Testimonials speak for themselves, so I won't have to speak so much to you. You know, I have testimonials created all across the United States, and I love reading them to you. I want to read you one from my student out of Atlanta, Craig. It said, man, it's been about a year since we have spoke, but I wanted you to know that I finally got my first deal. I felt I owed you the respect to know that, especially because I started with you. Peace. Craig Jones from Atlanta. Very, very powerful testimonial from Craig. $10,000, an out-of-state student. What I teach is real. And if you implement the strategies, you will see them come to fruition in your life. Hey, Rico, it's Nikki from your class earlier. What you are doing is amazing. We wanted to talk a little more, but we had to get to our sitter. We came to your class for the information, but we came to see what kind of person you truly are. And energy does not lie nor hide. You are impeccable. For you to give your information and resources to help others bypass the obstacles you overcame is inspiring and motivational. We'll definitely be attending many more classes. Thank you. Wow, that was a powerful testimonial from Nikki. Now, again, I'm good with free stuff. If you join immediately right now, we have we got people signing up right now. I got about 5 spots available. I appreciate you guys for enrolling. I want to call you guys as immediately as I get done. Those are the action takers that I'm talking about. It never fails. Thank you. Now, if you join immediately, you're going to receive an extra personal phone call from me to get you motivated and help get your game plan set up. You know, not only am I going to call you, somebody asked, how much is the class at the University of Memphis? Actually, when you enroll in the coaching program, you are automatically enrolled for the classes. So if you're ever out of state and you enrolled and you are in the city of Memphis, you can come to the classes. Okay. That $14.97 price does include the price of you coming to the classes personally to meet me every single Saturday at the University of Memphis as well. So I have a real place. I'm not some guy on the internet that's, promoting some stuff and he doesn't have a physical location. All right. So yeah, I don't just want to call you to congratulate you on getting the program, but I want to call you personally so I can help set up your game plan. Okay. Looks like we had just had somebody else to sign up. The notification came in on my phone. Wow, that's an action taker again. So I have about 3 spots left. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Action. All right, guys, we're going ahead and move forward. Now, join the wholesale revolution today. As you can see, these are my classes that I have every single Saturday at the University of Memphis here. We're getting ready for a very, very exciting class this Saturday. I'm bringing Mark Seller to class of Memphis Invest, one of the biggest buyers here in Memphis, Tennessee, $100 million company. And that's the type of stuff that I'm doing. That's the real transparency that I'm providing in my community and beyond. Access to a $100 million buyer. What coach is doing that right now? I don't know any other so-called wholesale real estate guru that's doing that. And once again, I love being able to help people and transform their lives. I love being able to build relationships with these people. As you can see here, not just Memphis, Tennessee. We've done seminars and we've hit the road. I've been to Atlanta. I've been to Texas. I've been to Dallas. I've been in New York City. I've reached out to my students. I want them to know that I'm a real person and that I've been through the hardships. I'm not just some person who had a rich family and had money all of my life. I've been through the highs and lows, and I can relate to you guys. And guys, once again, what I'm teaching is real. And think about this. This is, double the cost of not doing anything. Think about that. What if you do nothing? And you just get motivated, you get routed up, you watch this webinar, you knew the strategies, you knew that you could utilize my resources, you knew that if you signed up, you can personally talk to me. But if you do nothing, how long will you think you're going to reach success? You got to think about that. You got to make a move and take action, okay? Because the proof is in the pudding. I've helped hundreds of people. I'm not some person, once again, that's just creating some mumbo jumbo. I've helped hundreds of people, and I got the pictures to prove it. What else do you need? This is why I call this a wholesale revolution. And I'm a part of their lives each and every single day. No one can match this and no one will ever see this again. And I thank God for this opportunity to be able to do this and give the right way. Now, join the wholesale revolution. This is about much more than just wholesale real estate. This is the beginning of something huge. Big passion for me, as you can see. Learn how to develop a winning mindset. Learn how to create income on command. Stop being in a position to wait on your check. Stop clocking in, working for that person that you're sick and tired of. Stop kissing ass. You know you can make a difference for your life. All you have to do is take a chance and make a change in your life. There's something about this program that I'm going to tell you. When you get involved in it, I'm not just, once again, going to tell you all the strategies about real estate, but I'm going to push you and propel you to success. You're going to go through a rigorous self-development training with me. You know, and I'm going to keep it real with you, and that's the most important thing. So join right now. Once again, I got about 2 spots available, just 2, because I see the go-getters are taking action. That's www.thewholesalerevolution.com/go. Let's go ahead and you know, take action and become a part of something big, something revolutionary, something major, something in a positive way, catastrophic, not negative, like a big boom. This is what this is. Now, as you can see, doing wholesale real estate, it has provided me a phenomenal lifestyle, guys. You know, I don't praise materialistic possessions and I don't pray to them, but they're nice things to have. And there's nothing wrong with having nice things. And wholesale real estate has provided me with a nice lifestyle. You know, I've just purchased a BMW i8, which is the newest model that the BMW have created, which is a cool car. You know, wholesale real estate has allowed me to drive a nice vehicle like that. Guys, I want to show you how to do the same thing. Not only has it allowed me to drive nice things, but I've built phenomenal relationships with people. As you can see here in this middle picture, I have, like I said, I have a class every Saturday at the University of Memphis, and I get people from all walks of life to come and tell me how thankful they are because I've motivated them and inspired them to help change their life. And that is something that is a blessing to me, you know. And as you can see here, this is my partner in crime, Callie. She is my girlfriend. I love her dearly. She has helped me so much tremendously in building this business. And we have done phenomenal things in wholesale real estate. We're excuse me. We've been able to travel. And as you can see here in this picture, we're actually in New York City when we were visiting that city because I've have students there that's active in Brooklyn, in Bronx, in Harlem. Okay. And, you know, guys, that's what wholesale real estate can do. It provides you freedom. That's the key word here. That's why I wanted to put these pictures. Freedom. Freedom. You know, how many of us are just tired of coming home? We see the wife. She's on the kitchen table and the bills are up here. And she's looking at you like, man, what are you going to do? You know, this is real things that's happening right now. But one thing I want to tell you right now, I want you to put in your mind frame. Imagine this. Imagine you going to the casino and you had the magic touch. Imagine that. Imagine you going to a casino and you having the magic touch and you knowing that you can play any machine, any slot. If you looked up and saw the winning jackpot prize of $3 million, you knew if you played that specific game, you were going to win it because you had that magic sauce on you. Guys, guess what? That's the same way with my Wholesale Revolution program. The Wholesale Revolution will allow you to accelerate yourself to get your first deal. That's how you learn. I don't just teach you about it. I force you to get a deal. That's the difference. That's the difference in that. And if you don't understand, you know, wholesale real estate, if you're still kind of lost because of everything that you know, seen in your past, then you need the Wholesale Revolution because I need to set you on the right path. And guys, I appreciate you taking the time to stay on this webinar. And I want to do something that I promised to you all. I'm going to give you all your bonuses, each and every single one of you. If you could just make sure that we get your email. But I want to open it up for a live Q&A right now. Okay. If you have any questions from, you know, you being on this webinar, you seeing something that you put in your mind that you want to ask me, go ahead and put it in the chat box so I can help you immediately. This is not a pre-recorded live webinar. This is a real webinar. I want to intentionally show you that I'm serious. So hey, give me a question. I want to help you out. Give me a question. I want to help you guys out. Any question right now. It's about the program. If it's about our experience, what we're going to be doing, give me that question. Wesley, I hope I helped you out with that question about the class at the University of Memphis. Once you enroll, that's it. That's a one-time fee. Classes are every single Saturday throughout the entire year, unless it's canceled otherwise. Unless I'm sick, unless it's a holiday, unless the doors are locked because the building is cleaning. But we have classes every single Saturday. All right. That's another thing. It's powerful. You get access to me. You get access to the students that's having success in real estate. I got a great question from Jasmine. When depositing these checks into our personal bank accounts, how does one deal with taxes and the IRS? Jazz, when you're dealing with commissions in wholesale real estate, what you're going to do is you're going to get with a specific accountant, and you're going to have that accountant fill a 1099 for you of all the commissions that you've made through wholesaling. And when you reach over $10,000 in commission, Jasmine, you're going to go ahead and get incorporated so you can start, filing annually with the state. Okay. All right. I hope I helped you out. And guys, put more questions in the chat box. I'm going to go ahead and get some water. Get some right here. Here we go. All right. How long will you have it? 48 hours, AJ. I'm going to do it for 3 days. I'm doing a 48-hour live webinar special right now. So we got 3 days, AJ. New York City. Thanks, man. What's the best way to get started with $1,000? The best way to get started with $1,000 right now is to go ahead and enroll in this coaching program so I can be your mentor and your guide and assist you on moving appropriately in your wholesaling business. That is the best advice that I could give you. Brittany says, how could the process take? I'm not sure about that question. How long could the process take? If that is what you're asking me, and I'm assuming that you're talking about the process of getting a deal. Normally, when a person comes in hitting the ground hungry and running, they're going to get a deal within their first month. All right, we got a question. I'm military and was wondering, we don't stay in one place long, maybe to 3 to 4 years. Is this program best? Yes, because you can work with a partner. If you're in the military and you want to hit my market, what you can do is you can perform a direct mail marketing campaign here in Memphis, Tennessee, where I can actually give you the buyers I've been working with, and we can close on the deals together. So in essence, not only are you just my student, you're my partner as well, and we're going to do 50-50 on the deal. I don't know, that doesn't get any better than that. And that's for anyone else. If you're in New York, if you're in California, if you're in Florida, if you're in Texas, and you want to make your business a little bit more easier and smoother, if you're just started, you can utilize my buyers and resources here in Memphis, Tennessee, and do deals here. You don't even have to visit here. You can just do a direct mail campaign, and I can go actually visit the properties for you, walk you through that process, show you how to set up the inspections, show you how to negotiate the deal, and send your check. Wesley said, I have enrolled already. How do I make sure my name is on the list? If you enroll, Wesley, I want to make sure that I know I spoke with you. If I haven't spoken with you, I need your number. Please send us your number so I can call you. But there is no list. If you enroll, you just come. And when you get to campus, you go ahead and you text me personally, or you give me a call so I can direct you. Would you recommend having a business license? Having a business license in the beginning as a wholesaler is a necessity. But once again, if you do make over $10,000, you can go ahead and get you a business license. It's okay. Hope that helped you out. Give me some good questions, guys. This is some engagement. I haven't had this much engagement in a long time. Give me some more questions. Give me a heart. So you need money for marketing in addition to? Yes. When you get into the coaching program, yes, you will need money. Okay. This is not one of those everything done for you, automated system setup. No, you're going to learn the system. You're going to learn how to move appropriately, but you will need funds for your own marketing campaign. Okay. You have to have funds to be in business. You have to have funds to market and make sure your phone is ringing every single month in order for us to convert those phone calls into leads and to those leads into deals. Okay. So you will need money for band design. You will need money for direct mail marketing. Okay. You will need money for business cards, but you won't need the money to buy the house. The buyer has all of that money. Wesley, 901-265-56929. Do we have him in there? Do we have a Wesley? We have another one that says, S. Lloyd, I'm enrolled since last Sunday. When is the best time we can chat? Please send me your name. What is your name? Give me your full name. AJ, thanks. I went to Mark Wynn class with DJ Envy, and they said we needed an LLC. You don't necessarily need an LLC to start wholesaling. Once again, Shanoria. Her name is Shanoria. Do we have a Shanoria? Shanoria, we're going to look your information up right now because Shanoria Lloyd. Shanoria, I think I've reached out and tried to call you, but you didn't answer. Have you checked your voicemail? I want you to make sure you check all your voicemail messages. If so, please let me know right now. Thanks. I went to Mark. Yeah, go ahead and to answer your question, AJ. You do not need an LLC in the beginning. If you make over $10,000, then you can get an LLC, because once you get an LLC, you're going to start, reporting your income to the IRS, and you're going to have to pay for that. So get ready for it. So make sure your business is generating revenue before you go ahead and get incorporated with the state. Shano, I want you to make sure you check your voicemail. I think I remember reaching out to you, but I didn't get a phone call. But if not, I will reach back out to you. Thanks, AJ. Great engagement. Thank you, guys. Any more questions? All right. Looks like that's it. Guys, I appreciate you for staying on this webinar. We're going to do this every single Thursday live to give you the opportunity to be able to have access to the wholesale revolution. I wish you all a great night and have a great evening.